Hi, it's Priscilla with Remax Crossroads, your real estate broker in GTA. Today, I want to walk you through for all the property types in Greater Toronto area. So typically, we have four types of properties. They are apartment, townhouse, detached houses, and semi-detached. So let's first take a look of all different types of ownership. The most typical ones are two. The first one is freehold. So for freehold properties, we own not just the structure, not just the property itself, but also the land where the property sits on top. But since we own the land, we also need to look after the land. For example, cutting the grass and shoveling the snow. But also because we maintain the land ourselves, we don't need to pay anyone maintenance fee. Most typical freehold properties are semi-detached and detached houses. Some townhouses are also freehold. Condominium are often mistaken by thinking it means condominium apartments, but actually condominium is not an architecture, it's not a building, it's actually a type of ownership. It means each individual only owns one unit, but not the common areas where the property sits on top. All the unit owners conjunctionally owns the common areas. We need to pay someone else to look after the common areas, hence maintenance fee. Most typical condominium properties are condo apartments and condo townhouses. There are another type of land ownership called POTL, parcel of tied land. The owner owns the plot of land and also the structure on top of the land. But there are still some facilities that are shared together with other unit owners, such as public parking, golf course. So the third-party company, they will manage the common property elements. So we need to pay for a POTL fee. This is most typically lower than the maintenance fee for condominium properties. So for apartment, there are still two types of apartment. One is apartment building. The whole building is owned and managed by a developer or a management company hired by the developer. So all the residents inside that building, they're all tenants. The other type is condo apartment. Every unit is owned by an individual owner. So if a tenant wants to live in a condo apartment, the lease agreement will be signed between the tenant and the unit owner. Of course, the unit owner can also reside in that unit for their own residence. What's good about apartments is these are the entry-level property in terms of price. These are the most affordable property type. And normally in condo buildings, there are very wide range of facilities such as gym, swimming pool, so on and so forth. If you're someone who doesn't need to do yard work, then condo is a very good property type because the common area is maintained by the condo core. You don't need to do anything. And most of the time, apartment buildings, they're located in a very busy area and have direct connection to the public transit. The only thing is that you don't own the land. If the proud of owning a land is what you're after, then condo doesn't answer you that needs. And normally it's small, and you have to pay for a maintenance fee for someone else to look after the land for you. In terms of architecture, there are two types of townhouses. The first one is the traditional townhouse. Basically, it's three or more properties. They are lined up together in a row, and a single wall divides the adjacent townhouses. So unless you are the corner unit, you will have neighbors share the party wall on both the left-hand side and the right-hand side. Other than traditional townhouse, we also have stacked townhouse. So you have neighbors not only on the both sides, you also have neighbor either on top of you or lower than you. It's because units are stacked on top of the other. Semi-detached is a single-family duplex that shares one party wall, one common wall with the next house. Basically, they're all freehold. There's no maintenance fee attached to a single detached house. So basically, you only have one neighbor sharing the same wall with you. So comparing with townhouses, your privacy is better. You also have more space than townhouses. There are two types of detached house. The first one is multi-layer. So detached houses, they are the top end family residence. They're all freehold, and they, most of the time they have a large lot, and they're also more expensive. Within multi-layer detached houses, they are a traditional one, and they are also newly renovated one. The newly renovated one is a builder or a developer. They would acquire old building and the land, and then they will demolish the old one and rebuild a new one. Most of the time, they're not only new, they are also very modern and contemporary. Another type of detached house, a bungalow. These are normally built quite many years ago. They don't share no walls with any neighbor, just like the multi-layer detached houses. Most of the time, their lot are quite big. But because the building itself is a bit old, it required the owner to spend some time to upgrade them, to maintain them, to look after them. Okay, so to sum, if we look at the price range, then the detached houses are the most expensive one, and the apartments, the entry level, the most affordable one. And the price is actually the reflection of space, because normally detached give you the most space, and apartments are the most compact. Same thing goes with privacy. The more space you have, the more distance you have with your neighbor, of course your privacy is more protected. But in terms of convenience, it's actually not the same as the privacy and space, because apartments are mostly located in the busy area. So youngsters who are after very dynamic life, they would enjoy apartments. They are very convenient in terms of transportation and living, because they have access to lots of different facilities. Whereas if you live in a freehold detached houses, you often need to drive outside to dynamic living. So this is the end of today's video. If you have your preferred property type, and if you have recent home purchase plan, please feel welcome to talk to me. I can cater a home buying strategy for you. Looking forward to connecting with you soon. Bye-bye.